welcome back to our D&D 5.5e campaign, Kill Warlow, using the Grim Hollow setting. I completely forgot the second word of Grim Hollow. I was like, what? Grim something? I was like, what is that? Uh, so we are on session 10 today. A lot of things have happened last few sessions, but something big happened, some wrap up. And to tell us what happened last time, it is Lucy for a recap.
Yes, and first of all, amazing notes by Alex, by the way, just put it out there.
Hmm.
Thank you,
Okay,
thank you.
the last time on Kill Warlow. After the fight, Vinny has crumbled to the ground, but Valia's attention is torn between Mars, who ran into the pitch black hallway, Cal, who was abandoned by Boone in the dark, and Mallory, who was screaming after she took the sword she claimed would help her on her journey. Mallory, who holds the sword, is hearing the four overlapping voices of the gods accusing one another of being a usurper as a war wages on beneath them. Small seizures rack her body, and Valia leaves her care to Boone before turning back down the hall to find Mars. She finds Mars cowering in the dark against the wall as she tries to catch her breath, muttering, "You are 100 miles away. It is not here. You are okay." Valia approaches slowly, placing a hand on her knee and announcing her presence. Mars confesses that the energy of the sword is like the darkness taking over her home and what she was instructed to find. Sensing her discomfort, Valia tells Mars she will protect her from the sword because its energy is like that which powers her own magic, and her magic will never hurt Mars. The pair then stand and go to find Cal. Boone, back in the room with Mallory and Benny, tries to take the sword from Mallory's grip, but can't remove it. Instead, he pushes Mallory out of the center of the room, turns to Benny, removes his hat and jacket, and says, "Because of you, three of mine are down. And unfortunately for you, you're stuck with me. And these days, my patience is razor thin. So unless you start answering my questions, I have no problem painting this room red with your blood." Benny, shaking and trembling, begins to mumble and murmur, as if he's stuck in a memory. The rat fur begins to turn skin once more, and the name Grisham is repeated. And his eyes turn back to human eyes, and he pleads, telling Boone, "I'm very helpful, don't kill me. I can be of help." Boone, having no patience, tells him to shut up before demanding to know where Benny found the sword that Mallory is holding. Benny tells him that he never found that sword. He was doing a run and was given access. Boone demands to know who by, and he says the Augustine traders gave him a potion, and it would keep the gravekeeper away. That will keep the undead away and fool the gravekeeper. He also says he must follow the glowing lily, and that the potion is a one-time use only. Boone demands to know his contact, but all Vinny can tell him is that he goes to the back door and gives him a name, Grigori. I probably mispronounced that. And he gets a message via a voice in his head, and only then he can go to the Augustine traders. The Augustine traders are known worldwide for controlling all ocean trades. No one fucks with them. Boone asks Vinny about the giant flower in the center, and Vinny tells him, "I found it, and it said it would take me somewhere where I could find more treasure. It could take me deeper into the city below, and there's more treasure. It said to me I was a weak flower, and I saved it." Asking Vinny where Grisham is, Vinny replies, "I don't know. There's a tower named Grisham's Tower. Maybe some fucked up wizard?" Down the hall, the fear has finally left Mars as she begins to come back to herself. Walking back down the hall, dancing lights now around them, she sends a message to Boone, asking if Mallory is alright, and if he needs help with the Rat Man. Boone tells her that Mallory is down, and the Rat Man is providing answers, and that he's gonna kill Benny. Mars suggests using Benny as an experiment with the big flower, and Boone agrees to hold off. Mars and Valia find Cal, and the pair slam him with healing magic until he's back to full health. His bear form retreats, leaving just their friend on the ground, looking frightened as he asks them what had happened. Mars says, "It seems we might have more in common with our friend Boom Boom than he might have let on. You got a little fuzzy and might have forgotten who your friends were. Cal's face falls, and he looks at them apologetically, saying, It's not that I've always been a little out of control, but this has never happened before. I didn't hurt anyone, did I? The pair tells him that he didn't hurt anyone, and he awkwardly shuffles off to find his clothes. As they enter the corridor, Valia feels a chill run over her skin, and her eye catches slight movement from the flower as it tilts towards her, as if looking at her. Back in the room, Lori feels the voices are tearing everything apart, and the darkness pushes her through it until she ends up in a massive throne room. Dozens of people are gathered, with someone sitting apart from them. On that person are four items that give off a faint golden light. The scabbard of his sword glowing, its hilt resembling the one she now holds. As the king stands, everyone takes a knee. He says, By the divinity granted unto my answer and me, I do hereby declare that the Burok Empire will worship the one true deity. The other three are false, usurpers. Only one true deity demands of us and is worthy of our faith and our love. So it is said. He hits the ground with his scabbard. Boone, where he watches Mallory, sees a wicked smile overtake her face just before she wakes up. Cal, Mars, and Valia reach the room to see Mallory sitting up. Rolling over and clutching the sword, Mallory sees some weird naked rat man in the corner before looking towards Boone and lifting a pathetic hand up, asking, Hey, buddy, why is that guy naked? Boone helps her up, not touching the sword. He asks Vinny what would happen if they destroyed the flower, and Vinny says he doesn't know. Boone then asks Vinny how they get out of here. Vinny says that he knows the way, but that it's tricky, and that he doesn't know if they can get out if they destroy the lily. But maybe they have to kill the lily to make what's happening here stop. Boone asks if that's good enough for Mars, and Mars says that he should show them the way, and that they will kill him if they have to. Vinny refuses to get near the flower, coming more clearly into his senses. But as Kyle grapples Vinny into submission, he manages to break free and attempts to run. Mars attempts to grab him, but Vinny dodges her and smashes through a window to escape. Looking out after him, Kyle realizes he can't see anything. No ground, no city, and no Vinny. The group says fuck it and goes after the flower once they decide it's not worth jumping out of the window for. Boone takes Mallory's torch and brushes the flower with it, and the flower begins to move slowly. Valia feels as if the flower is looking at her, and she feels a resonance within the source of her power, as if it is emanating from the flower itself, and that power is beyond understanding. She gets the feeling that the flower has been orphaned, and she feels its sorrow and loneliness, and tells the group, Sometimes the most merciful thing you can do is to put something out of its misery. Mallory offers Valia the oil, but Valia declines and tells Mallory she can do the honor. The flower begins to burn, taking longer than it should, and the fire spreads across the mold, up the walls, and onto the ceiling. The group, having searched the attic, all cram into one small room that hasn't been touched by the mold. They block the smoke from coming in and stay safe for an hour, until the smoke finally breaks through the door and forces them to jump out the window. Mars casts Featherfall. Valia Princess carries Mallory. Boone climbs on a rope, and Kyle latches onto Mars, and they land in the streets below the Marla just after midnight as embers dance from the window. They make their way back into the hotel, where baths are drawn for them. Mars takes Valia to the bottom of the stairs, and the two talk about secrets and trust. And Valia considers telling her own secret, but elects not to, instead guiding her back towards the baths. After the group cleans up, Mallory goes to find Boone in his room. Carrying her sword with her, she sits beside him and asks him what happened in the attic when she grabbed the sword. He told her that she grabbed the sword and then she was gone. She tells him that she heard so much death and fighting, and it's hers. The sword belongs to her, like it's a missing part of her. Boone asks her if she wants to follow the thread, and she says that she doesn't know what it has to do with the mission. But Boone simply repeats his question. Mallory says she wants to follow the thread, but she can't do it alone, and Boone agrees to follow it with her. When Mallory asks if Boone actually trusts Cal, Valia, and Mars, Boone says they don't have a choice. But at the end of the day, he'll follow Mallory wherever she goes, because she's special and has one shot at getting past the full moon. Boone then holds Mallory through the night. Back in the other room, Cal is in his own head, sipping at a bottle of booze. Mars sits beside him, pats his knee, and says that despite her sadness that he felt he couldn't share his secret with them, she understands, and he shouldn't beat himself up over it. Valia sits on his other side, Bubonic crawling out from her robes to crawl over their legs. She pulls out a cigarette and drops her head back, finally confessing to her secret that she's turning into a vampire. Cal looks at her softly and says, I know that's your truth, your life, and your time to speak up when you're ready. And even if that day had never come, that's okay, because it's your decision. But thank you for telling us. But just as Mars and you have said to me, what can we do for you? She admits that she needs to feed, and there's only one night left before she'll enter a frenzy and kill whoever's nearest to her. Cal says that he has an idea that could possibly help them both, admitting that he's looking for someone, and if she needs someone to feed on, they could find her that person. Mars adds that if they're unable to find the person that Cal's looking for, Mars and Cal could potentially help her. Cal agrees, saying that they're in this together. Valia lays a hand out, and so does Mars. Cal takes each of their hands, and they fall asleep. Before Mallory falls asleep, she clutches the sword, looking out the window. She sees the city and the faint silhouettes of the castle where Warlow hides, and the cathedral, the only place where divinity resides here. And in Boone's mind, the voice of Elaine says, I know you're on a mission for yourself. I am so sorry, Boone. She was bitten. Boone responds with 3 words. Where is she? And that is what happened last time.
Woohoo!
Great job.
Excellent recap. Excellent recap.
Amazing.
Before I pick it up, 2 things. Legend Keeper. It's useless. No one uses it.
Useless feels so harsh.
I
Legend
mean,
Keeper,
no-
it has no has no mobile
Yes.
applicability. So
The
it
thing
is
is, Galaxy,
useless.
I've looked into it.
it's-
There is not a single good D&D like thingy that has a mobile app. I
Yeah.
spent
Yeah.
2 hours in the airport looking into it. There's not a single one.
Yeah. So I wouldn't use it because
No, that's fine. Like for this game, at least for this campaign, I'm just asking 5 of you. Like, have you been using it? Is it worth it, or like remove it? It's fine. It's not being used. No one is really using it. That's okay. And
I
that's
haven't
okay.
really
I
used
honestly
it.
forgot about it.
I genuinely
Yeah,
forgot
that's
about it.
Yeah.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. Fair answer.
Wait,
Same.
what?
Second thing, we at least I had put it on a homebrew rule about heroic inspiration that every session starts with everyone getting a heroic inspiration. I forgot about it. We didn't use it, and I feel we don't need it every session. 2 of you get heroic inspiration, um, and you have enough between yourselves that it helps. So, what do you guys think? What do you all think about that?
I thought we had gotten rid of that altogether at the beginning of
Yeah.
the campaign.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I thought we'd
but-
done away with it, so I'm
Yeah.
Yeah,
fine.
Me too.
I was
Yeah.
going through it. Okay, so then, all right, buy heroic resource thing for every day, every session at least. All right, those 2 things out of the way. I need to look at. Third thing. I was talking it before we actually officially started. Was you all got few items from the top floor from the mala. Um, you can tell me how much you want to RP, or we can kind of like sort of go through it, and I can give you gist of it, what it does. I know Mars has identify spells, so you get like
Yep.
some information, and two of these things will require crafting, either by yourselves if you have the right tools and skills, or you can find someone in the town who can help you with it. But I'll leave it up to you all if you want to do a little bit of RP for it, or no, or get on with it and move into the other part.
I'm
And we don't have to
easy.
do it right now.
I'm good with just we can just
Yeah.
say, hey, we identified these items and just focus RP on all the other
Yeah.
sensitive stuff. I'm good. Is my vote.
Yeah, sounds good.
Sounds good to me as well. Excellent. Okay. So, because of just these things, the bracelet melody that you took is something called Abjurer's Bangle. I will put the link. I don't know if you can have, but what it is, it's an uncommon item, and it gives abjuration magic, which has 30 points. Oh, you know what? What am I doing? Hold on, I can take a screenshot. Of course.
Magic,
There we go.
magic.
Yeah, this is Abjurer's Bangle. Oh, uncommon one. So it gives like just 30 hit points, and every time you take 10, it loses them. And it's kind of like a one-time use. That is number one. Second was the gold ring that Boon found. And it is a little, the outside of it is a little bit pointy-ish, and obviously golden color. And when you look at it carefully, you see at there is like one kind of like a small face with a snout made on it, and you would recognize that this is it's called a gold boar ring. It is actually made of the bristles of a gold mane boar, and what it does is it sheds bright light in 20 feet radius, and then dim
Dope.
light in another 20 feet, including magical darkness.
Nice. Will be very helpful for the blindies.
100%.
Yep.
I can
Third
see.
was the claws from the Lacedoon, the ghouls itself. And it will require crafting to create like paralyzing bolts, crossbow bolts, some kind of ammunition, ranged ammunition. Um,
What tools do I need?
for that one, I think primary tool is Smith's tool.
Oh.
And
One
it is
second. I think I
and
might
it is a
have
bit
a.
yeah, it is a bit expensive also. So basically, crafting this would be like you can craft two of these bowls in a day, and that will consume about 120 gold for like two bowls.
DC better be a 20. Good lord.
With 120. Yep. So this is and
Hold on.
the what you got was almost, where is it? Great. I rolled great. I'm gonna say you roll. I'm just gonna edit this one. You recovered
Money.
10 of these claws. So you can actually get
Uh,
10.
I've. Oh, okay. I have
Wait.
8 from my notes, but okay. I'll amend.
Uh, well, no, 10. I just rolled. I got 8. Yeah, it's fine. 10. It's you still get 2 rolls per day if you want to do it, or if you can outsource it, that's also there. The
It would
last
take
item.
all. It would take all day to make them.
It will take all day to make 2 of them in a day. And you spend 120 golds worth of material to create like 2 bowls, because you have to be like very careful about like making sure that the you don't however you do it. And Smith's tool is the primary requirement for it. And this is like one person doing it. If you go to like let's say smithy job and you have 2 3 people who are doing it, so you can obviously get like more done in a day, and you can always haggle.
Okay.
The last one, this do you have access to this? I don't know. Sure, I'll just what it is, it's called Coat of Lies. It's a rare item, and it has a cost, heavy cost. Because this is a rare item, it will take time to even like, and this is not, you're not crafting the full item. You already have like half and half of it. So you're just like making sure it comes together. The magic kind of like flows together. This will require like about 5 days. Sleight of hand skill, roughly, or mostly leather workers tool, in 1500 gold. And what it does is gives
That
it's
intro
pretty
line
good
is wild.
for. Yes, it is actually. It is.
This is
Uh,
a nice coat, though.
Yeah.
yes.
That +1 to AC,
Yeah, cries in 13
advantage of
AC.
attachment. Yeah.
Ooh.
I guess I'm 14 now.
Yep, and you can 3
And
charges to
advantage on
cast
my
a spell.
charisma.
Yep, on deception checks
Yeah,
because Coat of Lies,
I have.
and the charges are actually pretty cool.
And then what did you say? This has a cost?
Yeah, because you got it like half and half, basically half on one of those dregs and one on the other striver drag. So the cost is basically to just make it complete,
I
and
gotcha.
only then the effects are actually usable. Right now, it's nothing else.
Gotcha.
So that is 1500 gold. Sleight of hand, leathers, workers, tool will
Okay.
take 5 days.
I mean, that's looking pretty nice. It's right up my alley.
Mm-hmm. It is.
You
Well, we're broke,
all
so we'll have to hold off on for now.
Let's go rob some people.
Now we're talking.
Let's go. Listen, the Rainbow Military Camp is just right up the road. I'm sure they've got
Yeah.
coffers.
I know a guy. I could
Mhm.
farm our way in. Just have to bat my
Grand
eyes at him.
larceny.
Yeah. So that is that, and that how you resolve those two things specifically, the crafting items, that you cannot be think about it. Think about as characters or as actually people. But you all did not. Yeah, you started a fire, and then you didn't take anything else from Winnie's horde. That could have.
Yeah.
Well, never mind. What's done is done. Uh, but now let's get back into the game. Where is she? Each word spoken with an emphasis, laid with anxiety, laced with fear. Boone, as these words follow that arcane stream of the sending spell you are familiar with that Elaine uses. You also know that it's an ability. She has an item that allows her to do this, but only like once a day. So it will be some time before you hear back from her. And as much as you would want to stay up and maybe will that this message never came, the day's event finally take over you, and you also fall back on the bed. You don't even remember it, asleep. All of you give me an initiative roll, please.
A what?
Initiative. Just roll initiative.
Oh, what?
In our sleep?
Apparently.
Mm-hmm.
16?
I'm afraid of all
Yeah,
my dice.
put it in the chat.
17.
Oh shoot, all of us? Holy frick.
It's gonna be fine. Totally
Wow,
fine.
22,
Are we
22.
within 30 feet of
You're
Cal?
sleeping. You're all sleeping.
Oh,
Don't worry. Just
but
roll
no
no,
normal.
advantage for
That's
this?
fine.
Okay.
but Cal has the thing
The,
that
the warning, the weapon of warning.
Boone and Mallory. You're the
yes.
first ones to kind of like wake up with that high initiative roll. And in the other room, Mars and Valia, you wake up at the same time, a little bit later. And then finally, Cal, you wake up and you see that your friends are already up and about. It, for all of you, it has been, you found sleep. You found deep, deep sleep. But now the day is yours. What do you all want to do?
I'm stressed about an initiative roll.
Yeah, Valia needs to go eat that dude.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's
the day is yours. What do you guys want to do?
yeah. Kyle would look to Valia and Mars and mention, should we possibly check out the shimmering for Silas, and what if we went to then speak with Mallory and Boone about it? Just kind of gauging how Valia's feeling, since this is very much her call, who to feed on and everything.
Coffee first.
How
Then
Valia,
murder.
how does Valia actually feel when she's like so close to her hunger?
Yeah, no, there's definitely, she looks exhausted. There's always kind of dark circles around her eyes, but they're more pronounced now. There's almost a gauntness to what is pretty typically like a rounder face. There's a little bit of a tremble to her hands, but she's doing her best to kind of keep it all under wraps.
Okay, you do that, and yeah, anything from Mars and Cal?
Yeah, I think Mars is one of those annoying people that always wakes up looking put together. It's like part of her magical power. Um, and so, she's waking up, and for a minute she like forgets like why she's like so like sore and tired, and like why she has a small bit of a headache, and then everything kind of comes rushing back, like Vinny, the fire, the fear from the sword, and then finally like her mind settles again on like what Valia told them, and she feels like a, what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, resolve kind of settle in her chest, and she looks towards Valia as they're all kind of waking up, and she says, kind of seeing her there, and she goes, "Well, it is a good morning, and today you will suck someone's blood. Hopefully it is our enemies, but if not, it will be your friends, and we will be glad to support you."
Cal nods. Got plenty of blood to offer. It was needed. Just like a reassuring smile.
Amazing.
Valia, in desperate need of both blood and caffeine, is just looking at them both disgusted. Just how dare you both look so perky put together. Yeah.
In the other room. Oh yeah, sorry, go on.
Okay. I know we briefly touched on it last night, but I just to reinforce we are on the same book, same page. We will try not to inform the other two unless absolutely necessary. Yes, Justin Spoon is a bit of a wild card.
I would like to keep my head attached to my shoulders and a stake out of my chest. So yeah, maybe let's keep it between us.
Not a problem.
Well, we do not seem to have any trouble splitting up. So perhaps to not raise suspicion, maybe you and Cal go see Cal's friend, and perhaps we can be nearby, but doing something else. I don't know if we have anything in the same area. And then above table, remind me, Cal knows exactly where this guy is, right?
Um,
Does he?
you actually not precisely, but you met this woman in the loose siren bar, and you saw a note that she had, which was written by which had like heart symbol and whatever XOXO by
Right.
Silas, and she works, and this woman Anushka works at the Shimmering. And she mentioned something about, oh, just a lover, it's weird, stalker-ish kind of thing, and dismissed it, putting the note back and everything when she caught your eye.
And you do have coupons to the Shimmer, and the other two kind of roll their eyes at it. So this could be kind of a good little finagle where like you and Valia can go, and then like maybe Mars can go with Mallory and Boone, and maybe uh, explore either nearby or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sounds good. And
Yeah.
as you are all talking about internally about satiating hunger in different ways, uh, Mallory and Boone. Mallory, you wake up just about 5 winks before Boone does. You are still holding on to this broken sword. And as you pretty much like your eyes open up, two words just like echo in your mind: usurper gods. One, and then usurper gods. Almost like boom inside your mind, and you just like get up. Seeing that you're still holding onto this broken sword pretty tightly, you realize that it's almost like a internal realization like bubbling up, saying that you need to put this thing in a sheath, you need to find a sheath, you need to take care of this. And as this thought is still going through your mind, just a little bit foggy at this time, you're processing it. Boone, you also wake up, and you see like Melody is half up on the bed, staring at this sword. What do you both start doing or talking about?
Good morning.
Hey. Mallory makes herself turn to look at Boone, and she doesn't look like she's had any rest. There are just heavy bags under her eyes. Her skin looks more sallow. But she gives him a smile, and it's her normal smile. And however that conveys is however that's going to convey. You were kind of twitchy. Are you doing okay?
Elaine reached out.
Oh, is is oh,
No. I need to go to the cathedral today.
okay.
Um,
Hey, talk to me.
whatever whatever happens in the cathedral,
Uh-huh.
I am walking out of there with a very specific item. And it's no longer for me, but for her.
Okay. Okay, hey. I'm with you. You need to be straight with me so I can help you. What's going on?
When I was bit, I was given a choice.
Okay.
Death on the spot to prevent any further spreading, or come here, get this item of divine a divine relic,
Okay.
and allegedly that will cure whatever curse is inside of me. Kit now carries potentially the same curse.
It got bit.
And yes, I don't know how or when or why I didn't ask because I'm a moron and I forgot to ask.
Okay.
So I need to go to the cathedral
Mm-hmm.
and I need to grab this item and it needs to make it back to Elaine to give to Kit. And I will have to figure something else out.
Okay. Boone, Navastoya is more than 5 days away.
I know. I know.
All right. Okay, so Arcos could help. Arcos could help. Boone, I am going to get you through this. I am going to get you through this moon. We are going to save Kit. But I can't do this by myself.
Okay. Then we go to Arcos.
Okay.
Unless I don't. Mickey above table. Is there
Yep.
is there like a satellite office up here for the Carvers Guild? Or a satellite office for the let me find
Is it
the
any Monster Hunter, that kind of thing? Like many Monster Hunter guilds?
yeah, or if there's a the Castellan province, would they have any presence in Fellowheart?
Oh, Castellan province.
Well, Castellan Province
And
is for the item itself. The Carver's Guild might be able to get a message back to Elaine faster than 24 hours.
yep, you will have to ask around if there is any presence of any Carver Guild or any Monster Hunter Guild. Castellan Province is completely opposite of Astoria. They are,
Okay.
if anything, they are even more opposite of any arcane magic. They are hardcore fanatics against arcane magic. And obviously, like any
Um,
supernatural thing, they're like fully theocratic nation. If you
Right.
do arcane magic, you are most probably gonna die, if not put in some weird ass prison. But that is
above,
also a place
above
which
sleep,
excels
above.
in this lot of divine magic. And they are the ones through which, like through Elaine, was that there is a way that they can cure. They have some kind of cure that they can do it. And you would also know like Elaine has been in the game for so long that as a monster hunter, especially with Carver's Guild, they get to travel to different places where the job kind of comes from. And she is like a medium between your possible salvation and Castellan province.
Okay.
Like that was one way to do it. Um, so you'll have to ask about the guilds, the monster hunter
Okay.
guilds of any sort. Second, Castellan province has a cure, at least as far as you know that they have a cure.
Right. But they have no presence in Fallowheart.
Oh,
Like
100% no. No.
no embassy. Okay, cool.
Nope.
Embassy.
No embassy row. Damn it.
Yeah,
Damn it.
yeah. As oh
Okay.
yeah, go on. No, no, go on, go on.
No. That was all. Those were my two questions. Okay. So Aboon will.
Mallory sees the struggle that her best friend is going through, and she is going to carefully set the blade aside. It's still within arm's reach because she can't let it go further, but she sets the blade aside and just scoots closer, takes his hands, and just leans her forehead against his. She doesn't say anything.
This small moment of solidarity, you also then start hearing voices, a murmur's voice because the wall coming from the other room where you know Mars, Valia, and Gala. So they've also woken up, and as a few more minutes pass, both the occupants of both the rooms, basically, you all hear voices outside, like in the corridor of this room, people yelling out like names. You hear a lot of people are starting to come upstairs as a noise is starting to get generated, and you hear like faint like doors are opening from maybe from other rooms, and there are some visible like gasps, like oh, you hear all this noise coming from outside. At the same time, from the windows that you have, you can see like more heavier smoke, like just getting out from the floor above you. Uh, Opening the door, you will see a small crowd has gathered at the footsteps, and on this like half stairway which goes up, just halfway midway, you see you clearly see Pizzelle, who has been like your kind of like caretaker as far as right now, at least for one day. Um, and there's another like a middle-aged dwarf with uh long uh dark black beard, uh with him wearing much more nicer like clothes, looking at all of this and pointing at this, and you see the dwarf kind of like nods to it, and he starts shouting something like, "No, uh, get the gods! Send the note. I want some guys up here and go check in up there. The runes are all off. So, Pizel, you said the occupants are here. Um, maybe you saw them. They came back alive. So maybe they took care of. And Pizzal, you hear the yeah. I saw them. They were badly beaten, and they came in, and I made sure they had hot bath. And there they are. As your door had opened to look at this, what was going outside, Pizzal points in your direction, in your room, towards you, and all there's a moment of silence, and all the heads just turn back towards you, like, oh, there you are. And then someone was like, oh. They did it. They solved it. They cleansed it. Oh wow. Oh okay. Look at them. They're not from here, are they? No, they're not. These murmurs start, and then to see the dwarves are like, "Whoa! Get back to the work. Send the notes. Get the guards over here." You see this dwarf starts to like walk towards you with like a purpose and like head held up high. Comes to close enough that both the rooms are open, like door open, and he says, Hapisal told me about you taking. He told me about this. You were the ones who wanted to do this for some book. It's something, and well, the only way you could have gotten in is if Sister Abigail helped you. So just to confirm, and he's now looking at all of you in the sense, like whoever's at the door. You all did this. The floor, whatever horrors, whether you, it's all taken care of, done. I just really want to know. And you see, there's an anxiety on his face. There's a thin beads of like sweat also, as he's just waiting for an answer from all of you, pretty much.
I'm not great at this, but first, can I insight if the nervousness seems to be, and it might not be able to tell, but angling towards hopeful that we cleared it all out or dreading that we cleared it all out?
Oh, good one. Okay.
I'm good at this. Can I aid you or?
You are in different rooms. You can make your own insight
that's
check.
right. Okay.
So you both can make your own insight check.
Okay. Okay, he's not horrid. 13.
13.
I
Okay.
got a 14.
Yeah, so it is more
Okay.
of a it is definitely more of a hopeful thing that what he has heard from one of his employees, Bizel, is actually true. Something has happened at the door, something like runes have like gone off, that has been taken at like it has actually been dealt with. There is just like waiting for the good news to be like solidified
Okay.
by you all.
Okay. So we're like, because we were in neighboring doors, so like, is it like Mars and Mallory like kind of both open their door and like peeking out or whatever?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. Mars will look over just very briefly to Mallory and kind of put on her kind of full, like, charmful self, and she'll say, yes, indeed. We have come, we have traveled, many of us have traveled to many places, seeking out strange occurrences and horrors and in order to understand things better. I will say this one was particularly strange and intense. But yes. Oh, please look. And Mars is gonna go into her like bag, and she's just gonna pull out like just a random book from Chernault that. Hoping that none of that, it is so far south, like none of them are going to speak this language, and so she's going to pull it out and just be like, so this is some of our previous encounters, but this one was beyond anything we have seen before, and I apologize that we had not been able to expand upon it more, but it was very harrowing. But yes, we went up there, and as far as we can tell, we were able to very efficiently scourged the entirety of what was quite frankly infesting up there. And hopefully you will see less of this mold that has been coming in on the fourth floor. But yes, apologies. We needed to sleep it off. It was intense. It was very intense.
Okay, Grunwald just looks at you. Well, your Asturian is bad, but I got most of it, I think. That,
This is perfect.
that, that is that is such a good news. Ha 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 ha. He starts like cheering, and you see other people just look stunned, looking at him, and then they're also like, yeah, yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, like wonderful news. I know, we might have just like woken you up, but this is wonderful news. Five of you. Uh,
Yes.
whatever you want to eat on the house. And I know Pizzle said something, might have mentioned something about some money. Of course, there is money involved for doing this work. No one wants to do charity work. For mercenaries. I'm sorry, adventurers. A better word.
Well, researchers,
Investigators.
actually.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
researchers.
Mallory's gonna lean out the door a little bit more. Pizzelle has been a fantastic support to our venture, and he spoke so highly of you all. We're just happy that not only could we conduct our research into divinity, but also give back a little bit. One favor, if
Of course.
I
Of
might
course.
so ask,
Uh,
is
yes.
could we have this floor just to ourselves?
No. But I can do something better for that. One, Pizzelle. Good job, Pizzelle. Good job. He can be with you. He'll be there with you. Whatever you need, whenever you need. You want to go somewhere, he'll be there for sure. Help and Australian. You're Australian. We're talking to Mallory. He's like, good, very good, very good. Uh, no disrespect. You are great. And that wonderful book. Great. Uh, and five of you. Yes. Well, it'll be worth it. The money will be worth it. 200 gold. Hmm? I know you said service and all of that, but come on, we all want to eat. You want to eat. So 200 gold for each of you.
Uh,
Uh-huh.
that is very generous. Thank
Yes, it
you.
is.
We
Thank
appreciate
you.
that.
Yes. I also appreciate very much. But don't worry. You still have to pay for staying, but food I can get it for free. Pizzelle, food. No matter what food they want, hot water all the time. Pizzelle just goes like, of course, yes, boss. Uh, oh, this is wonderful news. Oh, this is wonderful news. Uh, all right, I'll whenever you are free, I can just give you the coin. I know you would want it very much very soon, and
Yes.
we also would want to like see if what can be salvaged. The smoke has just been coming out of it, so
There was a lot of infestation that
okay,
that really got to the structural. But it should be clearing out soon.
uh,
So hopefully you'll be able to reclaim all that with some good contractors.
of course, yes, no, just getting the floor back. I know, of course, they'll probably tear it down and make a new one. Or you don't want anything untoward now, even lingering. Uh, but I'm very, very thankful. I know uh, the Viscount will be very happy to know that the floor is all up and open. I'm sure. Hey, did you send the message? And one of the just like the first people employees kind of thing looks like, yeah, yes. I asked him to like go ahead and send the message. I think to the Viscount. Okay, good. Oh, the Viscount will be very happy to hear that this you helped. Uh, amazing, great job.
Was the was
Yes,
the
yes.
Viscount personally concerned about he? Not that he shouldn't be concerned about his people, of course. He's such an important man.
Oh, yeah. No. He is. He takes care of the town, everyone like really well. Um, But without him, I think the town would, like, those empire rats would have already taken us, like made us, their slaves, or like beaten us or killed us all if it wasn't for them. And then, so yeah, yeah, no, he's very interested in like what's going on in the city, what, and like you, if you have more, if you want more work, and I think, of course, why can't, I don't know what he has, I can't speak for him, but he could use some, like, your services, or give more adventures to live and write about in your book, like you said.
Yes.
uh I'll Great. It was really nice meeting you, and I'm so deeply thankful for you what you have done. I'll make sure I'm gonna go. I'll get your coin all ready. Wait, you kind of like stopped. It's like, wait, what did I say? How much was it?
200 each.
200 each. Okay, okay. Yes, and you are five. Okay, that is okay. Good, 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 good. I'll get it ready. Pizzelle, take care of them always. Pizzelle just goes, oh yes, of course, boss, of course. I'm like, yes, yes. The Marla is free now. Yes, now we celebrate. And he just goes out high-fiving everyone. And Pizzelle just like kind of comes down to you all, and it's like, good morning, all of you. The food is pretty much all ready, and like you said, it's all free for you, and I can always be, if any service you want, I can be of help. I'm more than happy to go along with you.
We really appreciate you. Yeah, if we had a rough day yesterday, so those baths were great. Um, if you could bring the food up, and
Hmm. Hmm.
that would be awesome. Thank you.
Of course, yes, whatever, yes, yes. And he just gives you this nods to you, and just goes down, and within that, there's still some guards, some people left, employees, and then if you see immediately, like, two of the black guards can like show up and just go up and are looking around, and they just then like just stand at the base of the staircase, grumbling and like, what the hell, we just need to stand here. Yeah. Oh, shit. You got the dice? Yeah, yeah, of course I have. I always have it. And they can like just take their place standing and sitting, and one of the guards, black guard, can like take out the dice, and they just start chatting, and like seems to started playing as uh unless you want to
Um,
linger around, the door open.
qui-
Yeah.
quietly to Mars before she darts back in the room. Mallory catches her eye, and quietly in Elvish
Ah, nice,
will
nice.
tell her, hey, why don't we once the food comes up, why don't you guys come over to this room and let's figure this out?
Yes, excellent idea.
Um, we'll say that some time passes, the food suddenly starts to come up. It's a lot of trays, hot food, desserts, pastries, coffee, whatever it is required. It all comes up. It all guides the people to put the food in front of you. Um, ah, bathroom break right now. Okay, yeah, we can take a bathroom break. 5 minutes.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, let's take a break.
Perf. Sweet.
5 minutes,
Cool.
and then resume with the breakfast and talks.
Sounds good.
All right, see you all in 5 minutes.
sorry about that. We have 4 animals to feed, and it takes a little bit.
Like, if you guys, anyone wants a break, just pause. If I am especially talking, stop me.
Oh, you're good.
That's it. Like,
They
yeah,
just-
just stop me. It's fine. It's all good.
Yeah, they'll all come and sit around our chairs and just like stare at us
Aw.
as soon as 7 o'clock hits. And
Oh yeah.
because they're all extra and like, no, that's not true. They're very cute, but the cats don't all have all
No,
their
they're
teeth.
extra.
The cats don't have all their teeth, and the dogs like scarf their food. So like all of them have like specialty ways that we have to prep their food. So we have to heat up water in the
Okay.
kettle, and then we have to pour it over all their food, and then we have to let that sit so the food gets soft, and then we have to put the wet cat
Okay.
food in, and then we have to put the pumpkin in for the dogs, and then we have to take the pumpkin and kibble and then put it into like a maze feeder, because otherwise the dogs inhale it in
Yep,
5
yep.
seconds. So it takes a little closer to 10 minutes to feed them.
Yes.
Once Chunk and Princess realized that I got up earlier than Alex, I would open the door and there's Chunkerbee sitting there, like, cool, you've awakened, feed me.
That still happens, and now Chunk sits like on my shoes, like waiting for me to come outside my house shoes.
She's like, you can't leave, you gotta feed me first.
Aw. But yeah, no. My thing still stands. Any reason you want a break, just call it out. You're not hurting my feelings. I assure
Okay,
you.
good.
Wait, did we get everyone? I think so. Yeah,
Yo.
I
Yeah,
think so. Yeah.
Galaxy's listening in, so.
Yep. All right, picking back up. You got all your food. You're all in the same room. The last room, which is, I think. Oh God, Nat, not Nat. My God. Boon and Mallory's room. So everything food is all up there, and 2 guards seem to have been like posted at the bottom of the stairs now. And yeah. So what do you guys want to do as the food as you start eating?
All right. Mallory, as Pizzelle is leaving after the food, she is going to do one more check on the 2 guards at the end of the hall. They're playing dice or cards, or they're like, this is a crap assignment, right? Like they don't care.
Give me a perception check. Or hold on.
Or
No. Insight.
insight.
Let's say
Okay.
insight check.
Beautiful. 18 plus 5.
Oh.
You as the food was probably being like pushed into your rooms by everyone. There were 3 people who would come up, but like big place and everything. You opened up the door and let them go in through. Your eyes wandered to the 2 guards who seemed to like have sat down on the chair on the stairs and got some like dice out. You know soldiers, you know good soldiers, you know bad soldiers, you know bored soldiers. And from their body movement, the way they are sitting and positioned, they don't. There is almost a pretension of playing. And in that moment, when the food was being rushed out, and Pizzelle was just like making small talks, here and there about like how happy everyone is. This is just great news for Grunwald, for the mall, for the Marla, and for everyone who works here. You for sure catch a few glimpses from those 2 guards at different points and just laughing, just talking about throwing down something like, oh, I feel, oh my God, you win, something like that. Clearly, they're playing, but also in ways that they're not completely into it, and their glimpses are just in your direction. And then the food goes in, and you go in, and the door shuts, and you're all back in the room.
All right. Quietly, I do let the rest of the group know. Yeah, those 2 are more than just bored out of their mind, so keep a weathered eye. Mars, hey, how are you feeling from yesterday? I didn't have a chance to follow up. I wanted to check.
Oh, I am doing all right. Yes. It's there was definitely something strange in there. In that sort. I feel like I should be asking you how you are. Because that was a lot, for sure. I'm more composed now. Yes.
You are. Did you see something, or you were talking about the mist?
Oh, yes. Well, you see, it is not even that I was seeing something, but more that a sensation of something that has haunted my land. It is why I am here, possibly to find answers. We hoped that maybe something was here, but I don't know. Something in that sword, in that weapon. I There was a similarity, whether that is in an actual connection or whether that was simply shared darkness, shared evil. I do not know, but I lost my composure and I could not prevent the fright that came over me when I touched it.
Hey,
Can't even imagine what maybe was going on in your mind now that it is. And she'll kind of like look to the side and kind of like not squint. She's too composed for that, but she's giving a very pointed look. She'll say, "Now that it is much nearer to you."
Look, don't say you lost your composure or anything like that. Stuff rocks you in ways that you don't expect. You know. But
Yes.
I really am glad that you're okay. And I'm sorry I couldn't give you that attention yesterday.
Oh, there was a lot going on, and then there was Ratman and fire. It is alright. There is no apology necessary.
But yeah, well, I'm still processing everything that I saw, but how do I boil this down? And Mallory is going to kind of, she's sitting next near Boone, and her posture is very relaxed. Like there is an openness in the way that she is sitting. And again, like the rest of the party now sees like she looks exhausted, even though she doesn't sound it. And the sword is sitting in arm's reach, but like away, so like the blade doesn't like touch anybody or anything like that. So, boy, where do I start? Because, you know, we've been through a lot, right? In the few weeks that we've traveled together, and since we got here, I don't think anything that we've been dealing with is anything that any of us signed up for. Mars, Valia, I don't expect that either of you thought that you were going to end up in a dark forest being attacked by mutated moose deer things, or ending up in a mold and undead and naked rat man infested floor of a hotel. Cal, you signed up to go on this mission. But from what you went through yesterday, you didn't sign up for that.
Well, that was unexpected.
Yeah, and you're holding together really well. And Boone, he's going through stuff too. You don't get a call from a friend and run into all of this, but and you guys, we have to rely on each other in battle if we want to make it out alive. But and here Mallory is going to look not like pointedly at Valia, but like her eyes do land on Valia. When you meet people who make you realize that you're more than you thought. Not a weapon, or a bauble, or a line item on a supply list for a wizard. You hold on to that. And you'll do anything to defend it. And her eyes kind of glance at everyone else. So, this sword, I saw the world ending, and I didn't sign up for that, but here we are. And I hear things in my head now. These 4 angry gods, I guess. And so, yeah, that is my truth.
Are these voices and gods telling you anything specific?
They are pissed off at each other.
Hmm.
And going, what is it that they're saying? Hold on a second. It's 2 pages back in my notes. They keep going on about, I'm the true one, as has been said, I am the true God. And then, something about usurpation. It's kind of weird.
Do they seem to be directly interacting with you, as if addressing you, or is this more seeing these scenes play out?
Both. I'm seeing it play out, but then it's also like they're following me and yelling at me like I can do something about it.
That does not
Valia,
sound particularly enjoyable.
It's weirdly not the worst thing I've been through, but it is the most persistent thing I've been through.
But you do feel a connection to this sword.
Yeah. It's mine. This sword is mine. I was told that so yeah. When we were getting the money exchanged, I was having an entirely different conversation with Argos.
Kyle has a confused look.
While he was talking to you guys, he was also talking to me. And he told me that my destiny was at the Marla, and I needed to remember who I was, which, fun wizards and other kind of wacky mages love to speak in riddles instead of giving you a straight goddamn answer. But, it just is what it is, I guess. So I figured, almost half the party burst out of their skin into giant furry creatures. So I figured I should also share my lack of bursting into a furry creature and just, this.
I mean, seems you haven't a bit of ability to see beyond what is necessary on this plane. Have you seen anything like this before?
Hey Mickey, have I seen anything like this before?
Sorry, I was looking for gifts.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
Just from my
Okay.
living in a wizard's tower.
So that place where you is actually kind of a whole other island,
Yeah.
Ravencourt Sanctuary. It's completely different, isolated place. What would you have heard about basically a vision, right?
Um,
You're asking about the vision
Ma-
that you saw. About
yeah,
that or the gods?
is that Mars? What exactly were you asking? I wanted to make sure I get your answer right. Siwa.
Wait, what? Say again? I'm sorry, I didn't know you were talking about.
So what exactly did Mars mean by her question?
Oh, I mean, just like, is this normal for you? Like, did you, like, is this something that you've seen before, so it's not, like, quite as so strange, or is this, like, the first time you're ever experiencing something like that?
Alright, yeah. Mickey, have I ever had visions like this before?
No. Nope. From the being a scion of the thaumaturge, that thing, it's above table, you've heard voices kind of direct you, and that was one of the big thing of your Melody's failure, so to say, of the backstory. But the god thing, the whole thing, nope, never.
Okay. I mean, nothing. I get, sending messages, but nothing like this. Valia, you were
Yeah.
able to hold the sword.
Go ahead.
You were able to hold the sword, and nothing happened to you. Or did it?
Everything that happened to that sword, the exception of whatever it's doing to you now, happened in the past. Everything that you heard, what you saw, it already happened. And somehow it's trapped in there, but the gods are dead. I felt them die. And whatever you have found, whatever has found you, because that's what this is, it's holding on to those echoes. Whatever that thing is cursed in a way that I've never really experienced before.
Definitely stuff to figure out.
Do you feel any sort of tug or pull to anything specific since getting the sword. They might give you some next steps, answers, leads, a reason.
Um, just that this is mine. That's the biggest thing. This is my sword. It's a missing part of me. I mean, I've been aware of cursed objects before. They came through Sanctuary, you know, sometimes, but I never researched them. I was just generally aware of them. So this is new for me.
I wonder who would have wrapped the histories of the past in a sword. I mean, and then Nikki, correct me if I'm wrong. The general lay public knows that the gods are dead, correct? Or not really?
Not really.
Okay.
People from the Burak Empire would more or less know about it. Actually, you know what? No, you would know. People generally would just know that gods are either not, either dead, but that's an empire, but the others are like Ostoya and all. It will be like gods are like just not heard from anymore,
Okay.
and it's their angels, like arch seraphs and all that. Those are the ones that are like now followed in more publicly. That they have temples and they have people following these arch seraphs who used to be like associated with the gods.
Okay. Okay. Um.
But if you want to, you can make a history check that if you would have come across this information as Mars.
Okay. Not great at those. Let's give it a go. Ah, 11. Yeah.
11?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, mostly you have heard about the gods are dead. You've also heard about the gods are just they that there is a general notion that it was a massive like cosmic fight, and it's just that they're resting. They've sent they have their servants, these arch seraphs, shepherding us, but the gods are not dead. You've heard both sides right now, as of now.
Okay.
But Vale, you have felt it. You know for sure.
Yeah, Valia doesn't fuck with this sword at all.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. Well, I wonder if this is some sort of very odd magical journal or history book, but not a book. It's a sword. If this happened in the past, I mean, are they in there, or are they simply echoes? Are they a simple memory from someone who was there? That is very it's curious for sure.
Maybe the gods themselves put it in there. I mean, what's a god without worship?
True.
They're, I don't know, vain enough to want to hold on to it, so record it, like Mars said. Put it in a sword, cursed as it is, and make someone relive it.
And I mean, I only was able to get so much about it. It could be possible that should we want to get more information, perhaps some contacts in the city here. I mean, we have met quite a few. We have your syndicate friends, right? That's what they're called, syndicate. No, what is it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I was trying to
Evan
Evan
think it.
Syndicate.
Yeah. Your syndicate friends. We do have to go and talk to Sister Abigail again to tell her of our success. I don't know. I mean, do you want to broach this, get more information, or keep it quiet?
Well, we do need to touch base. I know you guys already touched base, but I should also touch base with Sister Abigail. And here, she's going to surreptitiously knock her foot against Boone, but like make it very chill.
Oh, a trip to the cathedral seems like might as well put a bow at the end of this fifth floor experience.
Volya, having seen the knock on the foot, she watches Boone. Her eyes kind of flit over to Mallory. Checking in with Abigail is a good idea. We owe her our thanks. And I owe her my protection.
What do you mean?
I mean that exactly what I said. We owe her our thanks for getting us to the 5th floor of the Marlow. And Abigail and I have history.
You have a lot of history with the city, don't you?
Well, being from Terenima, it makes sense, doesn't it?
Mallory is just looking very she's just looking at Valia. Like not hostile, not like overly aggressively, just kind of expectantly looking at Valia.
Valia will just give her a little smile.
Well, we're burning daylight. Shall we?
Yes. I do think that it'd be good to give her our thanks.
All right. As you wrap up at least this first part of the conversations about trust, there are still some lingering words which are shrouded in fog and mist. Uh, if you want to do a scene with Grunwald, let me know. If not, we'll be just be like, yeah, you went through. Grunwald came out like again and gave you all like 200 Rostonian gold each in 5 pouches, just individually. And you can add them however you want, either 200 to your personal or in party. That's up to you. So, do you want to do any scenes with Grunwald or move forward to the next one where you want to go to either cathedral or somewhere else?
Boone will just ask if there is
Yep.
a monster hunter presence in Fallowheart.
Okay, so he says that we don't have a permanent presence, but if we need sometimes help, normally we don't, and he tells you that that's simply because of we have the black guards are there, and if there's something like more stronger, but like a monster-ish, then it is. Hold on, I'm finding something. Where did it go? Come on, man. Yeah, he tells you that if it comes to that, so short answer, we don't have permanent presence. If needed, we do like we'll send out a message, someone comes in, but most of the times it is if not the black guard, then it is Viscount's like own personal people, especially Grigoi, who is
Mm.
sent out to take
Mhm.
care of the problems.
Okay. And then
Give,
and then
yeah,
a follow-up question will
yep.
be the Augustine Trading Company, where is their building?
Yes, he will tell you as soon as I see it on my map.
Okay.
It is there, right? Yeah, there. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna make this a little smaller. As this was he. Oh, come on, man. Oh, you gotta get sharp. His head. Okay. Yep. There we go. Hold on, I'll tell you. This here. Just confirming.
That's
Nope.
over.
Here.
That's by the
Ooh,
graveyard.
yes. Yes, that's close. That's in the area where cemetery is also there. Booming, give me an insight check as Cornwall was telling you that it's then Grigoi the animal is sent to take care of the problems.
Insight 21.
21, there is a very apparent fear, a layer of fear that goes through his face, across his face as he mentions the Grigoi, the animal is sent. Just the name itself. And just this dry swallowing.
Okay. That's all for them. Thank you.
Yeah.
Cathedral time. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep, where you're on the others. Yep. Cathedral, turn more chill. Uh, Valia, the food,
DM.
if you ate anything, it was so hard to chew. You were mostly swallowing the food with coffee, just pushing it down. And it was not helping.
Disgusting. Thank you.
Yep, welcome.
I was
And
keeping a
yeah,
watchful eye on Thalia, make sure she's okay.
Does anyone in the party, before we move, does anyone in the party have a short sword that I could borrow the scabbard for?
I don't. The only weapon I have, I think, is my
Flail.
Hold on. Oh shit! I forgot I had a horn of silent alarm.
Oh shit!
Oh, nice. It's a good thing I
Yeah,
asked
okay,
about inventory.
Yeah, no, I don't have any additional weapons, just the flail. My apologies.
Yeah,
It's
just a
okay.
spear on my end.
Just wanted to check. Before we leave, Mallory is going to kind of wrap this sword in a pillowcase and slip it down her back because that's going to be weird on her hip. So she's got it out of the way. Okay, thank you.
as you do that, as you wrap it up in a pillowcase and try to wrap it, you hear a voice like almost the back of your head that someone is talking behind you, and it's just low whisper, like which just says one word: disgraceful.
Mallory
Kabish.
is immediately going to kind of turn her head slightly to talk back to the sword and say, "Who hurt you?"
Nothing.
Oh my gosh.
Silence. There's nothing. All right, where are you guys going? Put on the
Cathedral.
map. All right. You.
Mickey, sorry, above
Yes.
table.
Yeah.
This divine relic
Yes.
or divine artifact, there was no description given to me, the player. Was a description given to
Correct.
Boone?
Nope. Just
Oh,
that this
so
place
in
has
his
some divine relic.
infinite religious wisdom, you want him to make a decision on a divine. Okay. Divine artifact. You got it.
Yeah.
Sure. Just gonna start
Um.
stealing shit out of the cathedral. That's fine.
Maybe
You.
if he had been more
Yeah.
upfront about what he needed.
That's the thing. Like the information that Boone was given was that there is a divine artifact here in this town, which is completely sacrilegious because of vampires and all of that. The word this is complete like underdark always. Um, and the Castellan province needs it in exchange for a cure that they can give you for like entropy. And the idea was like, hey, you're a monster hunter, go hunt.
Yep.
And therefore, we find ourselves, you all leave as you can leave the Marla, you can see some of the people, at least the people who work here are recognize you and just give you the smiling nods. And as you're about to leave the main bar area from it, some of them just to give you a slight clap also before going back to the businesses. You get out on the street. It's a nice, cool breeze, windy day, and there's a crowd, pretty busy. Like streets are pretty busy right now. Uh, you wade your way through through the place, and can I get a perception check from all of you, unless you are doing something or want to do something else as you're walking towards cathedral?
That's a natural 20 for a 24.
That's
Oh,
a nat
yeah.
24, 22.
Oh.
Let's go.
All right, 22 was for Cal, 20 was for Mallory.
17.
Ooh, 18.
Okay, all right, hold on. Sorry, who got the nat 20? Two people.
Alex and myself.
Got it.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
But hers was
17.
higher.
Got it. Yes. Okay, total was higher.
Yeah.
All right, Hetty, VB is a little distracted this one. It makes sense. Yeah, Boon definitely is distracted. Um, Cal, you are wading through this crowd which is out on the streets. There are like these rickshaws going here and there, taking people to their work and whatnot. Um, and in this, you're keeping an eye out. And when you almost reach the hill where the cathedral is, um, you you finally see a face that you thought you saw maybe a few more times than needed in this walk. And you suddenly remember this face of this pretty big human, like almost like 6.5 feet tall, bulky human. And you remember that this was the same person who, when first time when you guys were going towards the fish market, and you tripped, or Boon tripped and gave the person, that one syndicate, apparently like syndicate person, to the other group,
Mhm.
um, which you would be able to associate with the other gang, which is Volitants. This person was at that place, was part of that 3 people group, and now you see that he's kind of like been maybe following you, all of you.
Mm.
Apparently, the word has spread, or is spreading, or at least it has definitely reached certain ears, certain corners of the city. But you have reached pretty much the stairs which go up, and as your compatriots start walking, you start also walking. Um, Cal, what do you want to do as you're all moving up with this information, as you're all going towards the cathedral?
Um, since he knows that it was him, Mallory, and Boone that saw this person interacted with them, he will kind of side up to them first and like point them out as discreetly as he can, as the guy from that run in, and then mentions it as quietly and discreetly to uh, Mars and Valia, and if he can quickly explain, like, oh, we had a run in with them, just so everyone is aware. But he's trying to keep a keen eye on them.
All right. And with that, you all reach the cathedral. It's light. There are always people in it, and there are always some people around, just in the courtyard outside, hanging about. Um, and you see that Sister Abigail is again like sitting somewhere. She has a book open. She's like reading it, and there are like a few people who are like they look to be like kids actually, and she looks like she's reading from a book to the kids. And as you all enter, um, she kind of looks up and sees you all and gives a small smile and waves at you, and just kind of like puts up like three fingers, just kind of like just give me like 3 5 minutes kind of thing. And then she goes back to the book and reading whatever she's reading to the kids over there. Um, what do you all want to do for these 3 minutes or 5 minutes? I'm going to open up the cathedral map just because Chepaku. Oh, no, you're not there, dude. Bye.
Um, when Cal points out the member of the Volatant member that they had a run-in with the day before, Boone will hang at the back of the group. And we're outside the cathedral, right? She's outside reading, Sister Abigail?
No, inside.
Oh, she's inside. Oh,
Yeah,
never
you
mind.
pretty much you would have entered, and there's a slight crowd inside the cathedral also. Some of them are talking, some of them are like on the pews, kind of like doing the prayers. There are some older folks who have picked up some books nearby and like reading it. There are what looks like to be wearing these almost like religious singular garbs, and are outside in the courtyard, kind of in a way like patrolling it. And then you have seen that at least Mars and Valia have seen these people like acting as guards, just outside and over there. No. Good question. Very good question. Are any
Any
divine relics just lying about? No.
any I mean, at this point he's casing the joint.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I will do a roll for casing the joint.
Ooh, yeah. You'll have to give me a religion or like I think even like Arcana check to if it's divine. It has to be religion check. I think I'll do a religion check.
Yeah, I'll do a religion check and then I'll use my heroic inspiration on this.
Okay.
So I have to roll one, and then roll the second one, and I have to take the second one, right?
Man,
That's how that works.
Yes, I think God damn. Hold on.
I think that's right.
Yeah, I feel like you are right.
Yeah, okay.
But you have to take the new one. Yeah, it is always a new one, yeah. Reroll
Yeah,
any
okay.
die immediately and you must use the new roll. So
Yeah,
yeah,
so
do
yeah,
the
roll
first
your
one.
first one, and
But-
then if you don't
but-
like it, save it.
Unless someone is helping you, that could be you can get a help action if someone wants to give you and get an advantage because of that.
I mean, I don't want to nerf my roll, but
Okay. What'd you get?
I don't know that Boone would not have openly said, "Hey, I'm gonna case this joint. Help me."
Okay. All right. Fair. Fair.
All right. So the first one is a 17.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Oh my god. Second roll. Oh my god, it's a 5.
You must use the new roll.
God has spoken. No items for you.
I hate this game.
Yep. Yeah, you don't, and not because that you can't find it, and there's a reason you would personally would also be able to figure out that this being the only kind of place which is still offering any kind of divine guidance. If they have something of that magnitude, any item, they would not keep it open. And only like the most upper echelon of people who run this place or the like those guys or those people would maybe know about it. And from Mars and Vala, from your encounter, Vala, you would know for sure that the champion who had just kind of like apparated to protect Sister Abigail, the sword, this almost 6 feet long sword, it was giving off that like divine kind of like radiance from it. So that's what Valia for sure knows.
But Boone wouldn't say
All right. Anyone
anything.
else doing anything before Sister Abigail comes to you?
Have the people tailing us come inside the cathedral as well?
No,
Okay.
no, they did not. As soon as you start climbing up, you took a last glance and you see that that person was like hanging back and went inside some kind of like a tea stall shop.
Okay.
Um, all right. With that, whatever Sister Abigail was reading from the book, she finally closes it. The kids are all happy, they smile, and she kind of like gives a high five to each one of them as the kids kind of go away. She puts the book like on the side and waves at you and just waves to all of you to come to her, where she is like sitting over and like and be like, yeah, come on, come over here. It's okay. I won't bite.
Okay. Mars will like happily walk
So
up.
you all reach and Sister
Wait, did
Abigail
she say
sees.
I won't bite?
No. No.
Mickey was just being silly.
That's what I heard. I said, man.
Just vampire jokes.
That's a weird thing to say.
Knowing that Sister Abigail already met Valia and Mars, Mallory is going to approach and nod and say, "It's good to meet you. Phelan spoke of you." Was it Phelan or was it the army? I'm so sorry.
That was the the Abigail Kyler.
Yes. Oh my God! Hold on. Was it Kyler or
Yeah,
Gavril? Kyler spoke of it.
Yeah. Yes.
There's my other boyfriend.
Yes.
You're getting all your
This is my-
boyfriends mixed up.
You're keeping it.
So you just use that's why you just use babe and baby. So you don't get them mixed up.
Yep.
Sweetie, come on.
Baby.
Come on, babe. Major Kyler spoke highly of you.
She definitely like for Mars and Vala, she smiles and just says that oh good to see you and she gives a look at each one of you and when you say that about Kyla's name like so these and then goes back to like Mars and says oh so these are the friends did I you are all here so how were you able to clean or help Marla?
Yes, these are
Or
the.
is that darkness still there? Still
Oh.
lingers there.
Yes. These are my our fellow my researcher group. I must say, the protections that you put, fellow editor, the protections that you put were very robust, and I just want to say, firstly, that there was a lot up there, and you, although it had been seeping through slowly, you had very strong magic that kept it safe for a lot longer than probably most would have been able to. I we did find Vinny, and he had been tormented. Um, it was not a good
He was
situation.
he was he was still alive?
That is I don't even
Like an undead?
no.
Alive is a word for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he
It
got away.
well, I don't even know if that was really Vinny left. Whatever the shell of who he was, he did somewhat help us get out, but he is somewhere loose. But the rest up there, it should be taken care of.
Oh. Oh. And she kind of like just doubles back and like, oh, Winnie is there taken care of, and like Lennon Lou's like, oh, okay. Well, oh, I well, that's a problem for another day.
Yes.
If the corruption, the source of the corruption has been taken care of, then I believe the wards will eventually slowly wean off. And well, then whatever Grunwald wants to do with that, it should be safe to do. But your friends, would you like to, can you introduce them? And she just gives like a bright smile to like all Gal, Boone, and Mallory as well.
Yeah, Mars will step aside and let them introduce themselves.
Cal will give like a respectful nod, be like, hi, my name is Cal. It's heard some great things, and like Mars said, that's some very strong magic you have.
Well, it is nice to meet you, Cal. Where, if you don't mind, where are you from?
Oh god, above table Mickey, I don't remember where he's from.
Uh, Empire. You can just say the
Okay.
but not affiliated with the Empire.
Right. He says that. It's like I mainly grew
Yeah,
up on the in in the wilderness outside the
yeah,
cities with my clan. He kind of sums it up. Yeah.
yeah. That's the company of heroes that you are part of. Yeah. Okay. Boone. She looks at
Yeah,
you.
no. Boone will tip his hat at the sister and will very politely, uncharacteristically polite, introduce himself as Boone.
Uh,
And having heard her question to Cal, will offer, I'm from Riven.
she
It's a pleasure to meet you.
she obviously gives you a little bit of nod as well, a little bow, and Boone smile, and when you say Raven, she almost like gasps, like, you, oh, well, well, you made it out of Riven. That's always good. It's good. It's a good thing.
Just
I'm,
barely, but yes.
well, I'm happy to have Gal, you, and Boone here in our little safe place. And then she turns to Melody at the end and looks at you, waiting for your introduction.
Mallory nods her head. Be honest. My name's Mallory. I'm from out east.
Well, Okay. But you did say Kyla's name, so you're not from really from out east. You're, if anything, you're from northeast.
I mean,
It's okay. You don't have to say where you're from. I think it's safe to assume you're from the major cities. And she just mouths the word Revo, but doesn't say it.
uh,
You're you're among friends.
Mallory nods and says, I'm from the sanctuary.
Sanctuary. Okay. Uh, she looks at that and and she's is this almost like a confused look, like oh I might have heard of that place. I don't know much about it, but either ways, you all are friends of Saint Neila's Cathedral. Please come. What brings you here? Um, and then she looks at Valia and she says that I am I'm really happy to see that you took actions, and that is definitely a step on the path that you want to walk on. And the smile that Valia she gives you is more is filled with a lot more warmth. So, and then what brings you all here? I know Mars here is writing a book about adventures, about different things that go up in the city. But now you have dropped, two of you have dropped the name of Kyla. I mean, she just like, her voice has dropped and she just like looks right and left to make sure that no one is nearby.
Sister Abigail, is there somewhere more private we could speak?
Yes, there is. Come,
Thank you.
follow me. And she takes you up just behind, like on one of the sideways, and there's a door, and she goes from there, confidently leading. One of the kind of like acolytes is coming out from the corridor, and they both give each other a bow, and the acolyte just continues walking. She goes, opens up another, like a small-ish chamber, just like a small desk is there, like one, two chairs are there, and not enough for everybody. And as you all come in, she um, says that you must speak the truth, or not speak. Where I'll take you, it'll be safe. No one will be there to do us or hear our words or see us. But I trust. I think I can trust you. And she like, looks at each one of you, stopping at Valia for more than a few seconds. And again, the smile is like, I can trust you. And then she goes, and there's a small statue of Saint Tela's, and you don't see her because she covers the statue completely. And it's a small room. As she does that, one of the walls slowly just silently, not a sound, just moves outside, and you see there's a set of stairs that go down. Uh, Come, and she starts going down.
Secret tunnel.
Mars Mars happily follows. She's like fully team Abigail, team Valia, so she's like going along.
Yep,
Okay.
I was right behind him.
Excellent.
Boone, Valia, and Mallory stuck in the room staring at each other.
Okay, Mars leads the way. Basically follows Abigail. Gal, you follow. Uh, what's next? Who's next? Who wants to follow Gal? or anything else? You want to do something else? The
Boone will
staircase, like
bring
the
up.
stairs. Yeah.
Yeah, Boone will bring up the back of the group.
All
So
right.
he'll wait as long as it takes for Vali and Mallory to go first.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
Valia's happy to keep herself between Boone and Abigail. 100%.
Okay. All right. So there we go. We've got Mars, Cal, Valia, Melodian, Boone, Boone. Yes, you kind of like go into this like the stairs. Just the stone stairs. They start like it's a spiral staircase, and as you kind of move in, there are like small sconces which have lit up. And as the last one goes, the door kind of like slowly closes behind you. Boom, boom. Uh, it's almost like two flight of stairs. You keep walking, and you can hear Abigail's footsteps. It's just here, almost there, and the staircase ends up in a small room, a door already opened, which again opens up into a much larger chamber. And in the chamber, you see there are like pillars, there are murals on the walls, and the murals show of fights or battle scenes. It's the same figure in different battles. You will recognize this figure as same as the statues, the Saint Delas, fighting like monsters, fighting soldiers. And then in the middle, you see there is um a sarcophagus laid up, closed, and which is, let's say, the room is about like 100-ish feet end to end, south to north. The sarcophagus is up north, and then you all enter, and then about like middle of the chamber ish, Abigail stops and just she tells you, "This is as safe as it can get. No, no one can really come here unless they know the right way to come." Um, and the I know there are magics to listen in, to see from distances. We are protected against that. So it is as safe as a place can be uh, for us to talk. Like I said, but please be as truthful as you can be. Or she kind of just looks around this chamber, and there is a a stillness, uh, as if this whole air was electrified, and then instead of electricity just zapping around, it just froze. There is a stillness, and still it seems to almost like be buzzing. You can feel that buzz as some of the heckles start to rise up, but not sure what it is. S-
Sister Abigail, you're very insistent about either we speak the truth or say nothing at all. Why
mhm.
is that?
This space is protected. Well, I mean, she looks at both Mars and Valence by Auroriash, but Saint Dela, once she was blessed by the Arch Seraph, she saw the upcoming darkness before she died, and she used whatever divine grace had been offered or been given to her. She used all of it to make sure that there was always a safe place for uh, the the righteous to gather and be not be oppressed. Or the other way to look at it is, if someone, if they're able to even come in here, because we do have people coming in here, and they have ill intentions, well, they won't be able to act on them or. But I'm sure that you don't have any ill intentions
Um,
against me or the cathedral or what it stands for.
that is a very powerful magic. That is a good way to stay safe. It brings me joy to hear that you have something of this nature to protect you in the cathedral, especially after all you have done for the city.
Like I said, honestly, it's not. This is what I thought when I was a child and growing up here and was brought up here. I would like to believe that this is very, very powerful, but if we draw the ire of the Viscount and he brings in all his forces out, even this place can't really stand up to all the darkness that gathers over Ostoya and over here as well. But I would rather keep it a secret and as much safe as possible. So, she now looks at you, Mallory, and just says, "You are here. Are you here acting on behalf of Revo?"
Yes.
Oh, that's good. That's good to.
However,
She. Yes. Yes.
cleansing the Marla now has his eyes on us.
I'm sure. Um. What if you don't mind? Again, you don't have to say or tell me things that you want to keep secret or are yours to keep. Uh, but what are your intentions here? And she now looks at
To
slowly at one by one.
the intentions are to pave the way for the gates to open and the sun to come in.
Well, son is a strong
Let's not
word.
mince words, Mallory. We're here to kill the Viscount.
And let the army get in and take the city back.
Oh, and she sees you, Boon Boon, as you say the not to mince words. It's like, oh, she gives a she nods at you, appreciating the straightforwardness. Those are very difficult goals.
Now made more
However,
difficult,
please.
knowing that he's watching us.
He hasn't been seen in the streets for over 2 weeks about now. There are rumors going about that maybe something has got him. Not sure again, rumors. But his top henchmen uh, have been seen prowling about, and there are people here still, a lot of them, who would like to be free of the Viscount's rule, free of the Empire's rule, but they obviously cannot do so by themselves, and they're afraid. They're afraid of even like standing up. Some do, some who come here who try to protect the cathedral, but I know there are a lot more. And she says, there are two things you can do. at least from what I can see. I don't know what you have already plans for, but you already maybe have something going on. And again, this would I I'm asking you for a favor that would help you, but I'll not, again, honesty, this will help me as well. The abomination. I mentioned this to Mars and Valia last time. Yesterday, it was yesterday only. The abomination gravekeeper. Eh, there are orders from the Viscount to protect it. But if you stand up and destroy it completely, forever, people will see that there are forces. Uh, they might be able to like stand up from the inside.
Inside the Viscount's
No,
court
I mean the
cabin
city. It's city
city.
itself. Yes.
Has there been
And
attempts at overthrowing the Viscount before?
as you ask this question, she saddens a bit and she looks at Valia just for like half a second glance and looks down and avoids eye contact and just says, unfortunately, um, yes. Um,
Did Mallory notice that look?
uh, Give me a perception check to see if you would have noticed it so quickly. And she was looking at Valia. So, who, me?
Alright, hold on.
As she says that there was an attempt, but then it
That is the wrong
failed.
What was it? An insight check?
No, perception.
Perception check? 14.
14. You're not sure who she was looking at. She just glanced on the side. Um, yeah, you catch it, but you're not sure. Maybe maybe if Valia standing with Mars, maybe she's just looking at them, or maybe through them, but in their direction.
Gotcha.
Um, so she says that if Gravekeeper is taken out, that undermines Viscount's authority and gives hope to people that it is possible to rise up against Viscount and that she can help and our course can help spread the word more about that change is coming. Um, she's gonna question about the army thing, about getting army in, and now let me see if she knows. Oh, nice. She does. I rolled a 15. There we go. Ah, there we go. For the army thing to get in, she says that the there is one particular person, a noble merchant who is very close to Viscount and does a lot of like middleman kind of thing and has risen up the ranks. Klein Majorek.
Line,
Am I
my.
saying
Yep.
Klein? Yep. Am I saying it right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. There you go. We got confirmed.
Oh,
Good word.
oh no, is that backstory for you?
So
Hell. Yeah.
she gives a name that
That's
that
where Cal got his name from. Yeah, that's where it came from. Cal.
oh
Cal.
nice.
Yeah. No.
That's underrated. So yeah, so she drops the name that hey, this Klein Majorek is the the person who has risen up the ranks in like last few years and has been making a lot of moves, including apparently what she has heard, including the change in the army recently, and that they brought in a new leader for them.
Is 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 he? Mallory follows up with it. Is this Klein the new? What was it? The new leader?
No,
But he
she
knows who it
does.
is.
Yes, she tells you that the new one, very recent, like less than a week, is called, Sha-
The Shadow Goats, or whatever they're
yes,
called.
yes, that's their title, but the name is Varkan Tool. Yes,
No?
yeah, close
Oh,
enough.
yes. Shadow
I'll
Cats.
take it.
Sorry. The Shadow Cats.
Shadow Gas. Varkan Tool. That's the one that
Thank you.
has come in, and she also says that about, especially about the Varkan Tool. Talk to Arcos. He has more ears on the ground and eyes around the city. She just knows that there's something weird about this new one, Varkan Tool.
Okay, but I have a name.
Yeah, and Klein Majorek is the one. She says that he is the most connected one, and if anything about getting army and especially the gates would be, that is a very good solid lead because that there were some changes done like after and she says after father's departure, and she just like takes a deep breath, and after father's departure there were some changes done, and I believe some, and so the gates were kind of like reinforced, and Klein Klein was that's where that's what started like his rise within, within the whole thing.
And this was about 2 years ago. Mickey, you said?
Uh, roughly, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
She's like
So,
about like two-ish.
so Father, uh,
Yep.
what's his name?
Other,
Whatever
I'm
his
real.
name is.
That was
Yes,
a
him.
yep.
When he left is when Klein Majorek started to rise up through the ranks.
So that happened about like roughly about 10 years back.
Okay.
After that, about a few years later, somewhere about like so four. So that was 10 years. So then 6 years later, 4 years from now, before from now, is when the gates were like kind of like changed, and Klein Majorek was responsible because there was a huge celebration about his name started like ringing in every circles
Okay.
and everywhere that, oh, Klein is the like is gonna ascend, and like there were things about going on that he has made sure that the Revo dogs can never come in here with their magic and all of that. Will never be able
Mhm.
to come in.
So,
Boone.
from Boone's own
Yep.
perspective, while this Klein Majorek is super connected, he
Yeah.
is most likely not an ally to us, at least in our one united goal.
That's a very strong and good assumption for sure. Yes.
Mhm.
Okay.
We'll have to figure out how to approach that.
Can I get if anyone is anyone who is proficient in Arcana or a religion?
I'm proficient in Arcana. I have a
Okay.
+5.
Nope.
I have half proficiency in everything, so
Excellent. Okay, so I would say you can choose both Mars. Melody, you have proficiency in Arcana, so give me an Arcana check. Um, Mars, you have half, so you can choose whichever you want between Arcana or religion. And then
I got a dirty 20 in Arcana.
okay, Valia, you can also give me a religion check, and Boone, since you
Okay.
were doing casing the joint above ground, if you want, you can give me a religion check. Below ground.
Divine items in the sarcophagus. It's a whole ass body.
15.
15. Three Arcana. Okay, three Arcana, nothing. It is magical. Excellent. Dirty 20. Again, with Arcana is basically, yeah, there is like heavy magic going on about it, and this does not feel like arcane magic, especially specifically for you, for Mallory, who is comes from an arcane magic, like the whole
Yeah.
sanctuary and everything. It is stronger, it is definitely different. But with that dirty 20, you're able to pinpoint at least that the sarcophagus seems to be not a source, but a contained unit somehow. Like there is heavy arcane magic or magic in it or around it. With that, 15 casing the joint religion. Okay. You, Boone, you sense a lot more this this reli- this almost like divine, sorry, divine or celestial magic source kind of like calling out in a way some from the sarcophagus. There is it almost feels it stands out to you as Abigail is talking, and you're all talking about here and there. From your distance, you're still about like let's say about 30 feet away from the sarcophagus, which you can't see anything inside of it, and it is on sort of like a step about 2 feet above ground step, and then there's a sarcophagus fully there. To nope, let's make it 4 feet. Yep, that makes sense. About 4 feet off the ground, sarcophagus is there, and again, like heavy runes all around it. Some of them similar to what the door had, but yeah, that's what you all know.
Boone will walk away from the group
Okay.
and just slowly walk around the sarcophagus, still listening to the conversation that's being had, and will chime in when appropriate.
Totally your backstory canonical question. What has Boone ever seen or been in the presence of any divine slash celestial kind of a relic, artifact, or
No,
something similar? No?
no, he's an idiot that
Okay,
hunts monsters and beasts. No,
fair. You
especially I would say not in Nova Soya, the seat of the Crimson
oh
Council.
oh yes, yeah, that makes
There's no
total
way.
sense. Yeah. Uh, as you walk towards this sarcophagus, you see that raised even above the ground, the top of it is like it's like almost translucent, and you can see a silhouette of a body inside, lying in a pose, just like lying down, holding a something in its hand that you can make out to be a sword. The body is obviously, from what you can even sense and smell, uh, old. Most of it's gone, just like mostly like bones, maybe. The amulet that you all used was made from bones, a bone powder.
Oh,
So, and the runes on the door and the sarcophagus outside, very same, similar-ish. And this skeleton inside is holding, like, has been laid to rest in like almost on like a knight's pose where their shield or weapon are given or like buried with them in a way. So this is, you can like circle around the sarcophagus, you see this a body like over there, like almost on a partial display with a weapon and like a translucent cover on top. Boon, as you're gonna walk away, the rest of you are there with Abigail. Um, any, what do you guys want to talk about, ask, anything else?
Um,
Valia. Oh, were you gonna go, Lou?
no, you go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, so Valia has like one eye. She's doing the chameleon thing. It's one eye on Boone and one eye on Sister Abigail. And
You get
uh
weirder by this session.
just the chameleon eyes. The visual took me out. I wasn't actually expecting it to be that funny. And she, you know, like just kind of leaving Boone to his own devices. She looks at Mallory and at her sword, and you know, the tension from earlier, she's kind of let it bleed away. She's not looking at Mallory with like serious expectation or you know, like tension, but she does drop her eyes to the sword and, you know, is willing to like let Mallory bring it up or ask about it, but you know, if she doesn't, Valia will.
All right, Lucy.
Cal and above table. Sorry if I missed this or didn't hear it, but he will ask Sister Abigail, if we want to follow this lead on this Klein Majoric, where exactly could we find him? Or is he known? Where is he known to be? Sorry if that was already answered and I
No,
missed
no,
it.
all good, all good. No, it was not. It was not. So, she tells you that quite like the other, these nobilities and like rich people, they all can be found in the Est Vale district. And she just gives you a rough estimation of you. If you go out, you will see a tower just standing over there at the corner. That's Grisham's tower, and that area pretty much is the entire Est Vale, on both sides of the road. But I don't know precisely where. He might just have like moved different places. But I'm sure one of the bigger houses would be like his.
Okay. Okay. He just nods and thanks, sir. Just pocketing that information.
Yeah. And she just says that, yeah, it was, at this point she just says that it was for just Klein Majoric's things falling up and that. She just says that, yeah, it was quite devastating when the first time I I knew that Rabo was trying to like get in, do an attack on us. Um, and previously it had always been a hard fought battle, and it's not easy, because I know they don't want to make sure the innocents don't die. And then we saw firsthand that the magics all failed in front of those gates. And we, a lot, one,
Rave, when Sister Abigail says that, and Lori nods, I can promise you that Ravo hasn't come in yet because they want to make sure that everyone is okay. They do not want a reckless slaughter.
yeah, no,
And
I
and
agree.
we're here to
Yeah,
help with that.
no, that's the thing, right? They try to like breach the gates, and that is where we all, and I learned it later on, that the magics were completely like nullified by those whatever has happened to the gates. And we heard, I just kind of got to know just these small details about Apparently Klein had hired someone, or maybe more than someone, to uh, clean out some of the high-ranking Revo leaders, like assassinate them, and that, like, even if they wanted to follow up, that led them that basically because of the assassination, Revo had to like fall back. They couldn't even like gather themselves.
Mickey,
So
what do I know about that?
what do you know about that? You know about that because team, your little thing that happened, a small unit that you were leading, was going to be a backup, a second attempt to kind of like breach the gate in a different way. But that assassination of a general, and it was not just like one assassination, it was string of assassination, brutal assassinations of a general and couple of like commanders in a single night, as if like they had been like killed with torn apart and swords, slashes, slashed, and like claws, like very clearly like a looked like a monster attack ish. Um, by the time you all led there, you led your squad over there. There was already like an ambush because assassination was planned. That the revelation of assassination will send these throughout the army, be like, what's gonna happen? Like, what do we do? And then your squad was gonna come in. You didn't know your squad was coming. There was an ambush for the existing Revo and whatever came in. You got the information, not the information, an order to go in, but let your squad follow the route. You alone, Mallory, take a different route because something bad is going to happen and it has to happen. And it must happen.
My team died.
Give me a history check. And if you can use anything that you have, you should.
I do have something. Oh, where is it? I want to make sure I'm adding the right thing. I'm going to use my Fortune's Fortitude for this and expend one of my hit point dice to add it.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, where's my d8s? D8s, D8. Which D8? Oh my god, I'm scared about my dice. And you said a history check?
Yeah, because you're trying to remember something as this she's telling you about these things, and you clearly it shakes you because this changed your trajectory. Just letting those people go into death for sure.
So I rolled an 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25.
Hell yeah.
Let's
In
go!
those, as you gave your unit the order to march in because you are going to go to just check out something because you want to get more information, just kind of like backstep a little bit, like your unit absolutely trusting you, didn't even blink, continued to march towards the headless Ravo little bit army that had gathered, while you stood, went away, kind of like in this almost like a kind of cliffy area, kind of like overlooking it, because that's you were told go there, it's fine, just stay away. You had to make some distance, and you did, and you heard screams and cries. You couldn't see it, but you heard them, and tears rolled down. And with that 25, you saw someone moving in the forest below is making its way. Something big, 7.5, 8-ish feet maybe. Your first instinct, you didn't want to look, but you couldn't help but go back to seeing this creature. So, like, not so far away, like maybe 80-ish feet away, 100 feet away, just walking, head down. A massive, um, great axe on its back as it takes it out and starts like swinging, making its way through the forest. And then you see this hulking figure from what you can see in this like weird twilightish area. It looked like a bear. Like initially thought was like it's a bear, but then it's walking on 2 feet, and now it's had like this almost a big great axe, and it's like walking through it, and then you see this bear slowly changing, becoming human-ish, still with that great axe, walking. And then more cries and more screams. And then you see that great axe is right here in this room.
Wee-woo!
And you see it hanging behind Gal. Abigail just says that, yeah, you are our new hope. Things have a way to work out. How? And she like looks back at Boone, who's still by the sarcophagus, and then looks out at you. She's just taking this deep breath. She's happy. She's smiling. And your eyes, Melody, are stuck. And they are stuck. And that's where we'll end our session tonight.
Oh my god!
30 more minutes. Please. 30 more minutes.
Nikki knows
That's all I
how
ask
to
for.
end these on the most insane cliffhangers, man.
My heart is pounding so hard.
I'm literally gonna start screaming.
The rage that I just felt, I'm gonna fucking punch Cal. I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill him.
You back away from my fuzzy man right
I
now.
will kill you too. I will kill.
3v2.
Thank you.
Mickey really
Thank you,
said,
everyone.
yo, how much PvP can we fit into one campaign? I love it.
We can talk about this, but thank you everyone for literally coming in tonight, rolling dice, doing the role play. All of you, basically, all of you, my players, thank you so much. And thank you, Siva, for the music and for streaming.
Heck yeah. I feel like the music was so perfect on this one. This is called Buried
Perfect.
Tomb.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. That was
And
amazing,
thank you to
Mickey.
anyone. Yeah, thank you to anyone who was watching or who will watch. And we'll be back with Kill Warlow.